everybody for coming here, and thanks for the support. Because, can you hear me? All right. Okay. So I'm just saying thanks for coming out, and I want you to know how much the support you give to us means to us as teachers, because the government is trying to break the spirit of the teachers so that they can get a better bargaining position. And I know that it can be discouraging as parents or members of the community, that as we wonder, is anything we're doing going to make a difference? Are we going to make education last? Is it going to be improved? But I can tell you that just looking around here and looking at the picket lines, looking on the media, it already has made a big difference. It's made a difference to us as teachers already. We continue to fight because we know we have your support. The government wants to pit all of you, all of us, against the teachers with their $40 a day bribes and their media campaigns. And the government would love for all of you to blame the teachers for all of this. And I know that that's not working. The government is failing at that, and I think that's because they've underestimated the ability that you have to see through their tricks, their lies, and that's what's got you out here today. I think that it's important for us to realize right now that we're here right now because the government wants us to be on strike. And I think that that sometimes gets missed. The government wants us to be on strike so that they can break the teachers and take the control of education away from the people who are actually there with the kids every day. And so that they can take more of that control. And by putting us out on strike, the BC Supreme Court has told us in no uncertain terms, this was what the government has always wanted. Get the teachers on strike, break their wills and break their spirits, break the union, and so that we can do whatever we want. The BC Supreme Court said that's true, and I think that we're realizing that's true. That's what they want. And so we need to realize, it's easy to think the government wouldn't do that. They couldn't be that cynical. But the court has already said they are. What they wanted to do is marginalize the teachers and put those decisions back into government so that they can cut the spending on education, so that they can put more money into their tax cuts for the rich and their roofs on BC Place. But I think that this is a very fundamental thing. Education. One of the opportunities that this has had as a strike it's given us a chance to take a step back and look what matters to us in our society. And I think what matters to us in our society is the fundamentals. An education system is a fundamental of a community. Some people say, oh, it's so difficult and complex. It's not all that complex. It's just difficult to fight for these sorts of things. But the fundamentals, looking out for one another, this community coming together and looking out for each other through education. Education is one of those things that brings equality to all. It gives a fairness to all. And no institution in our society brings a fairness and equality and freedom to all more than education.